The vote, the result is known. We'll get in touch with the leadership of the party and know whether the national chairman will come back or the president will come back. If that is the case, we'll wait until they come, and then the candidate will be announced and the flag.
But does the party think that this is going to be a stroll in the park to 2023? Because this is about the first time that we're
I'm ready. Che, na, hindi na ako. Saan? Sa sampan? Lagi ako nakahanda, Che. Huwag ka mag-alala. Lagi ako nakahanda pag pinapalayos ako. Di ba sila nakapit? Ganda pala ganyan
have 7-8 months of political campaign before the election. So a lot could still happen.
Well, you see, the
in your country. Yes. Second
the new Electoral Act came with new issues, new style of politics, and some of them very good, some of them not very friendly. One of those unfriendly ones is what you just said now, because it means that aspirants or candidates will have to campaign for almost 1 year before the election, and of course it is going to take a big toll on the candidates, and it's not going to be very easy. The reason for that, for me, I cannot easily find. I'm told is to enable pre-election litigations be resolved and disagreements. The result. But you can see how the thing is almost affecting governance. Because for the past 2 months, it's about primaries, congresses, one activity or the other. Most people are not even going to their offices to do the business of governance. And it is not very healthy for me, but we have to deal with that because we have to comply with the Electoral Act, we have to comply and obey. The law. A society must be a rule-driven society. The National Assembly, in their wisdom, did the law, and Mr. President assented to the law.
I'm just curious. I mean, you have chosen a weekday to do this primaries. Did you also put that into consideration? Because, I mean, the race is right smack in the middle of the Federal Secretariat. There'll be questions as to, whether this would not affect workers who are supposed to be at work today. I mean, ought to have been at work yesterday, today, maybe tomorrow.
Well, I don't think there is any ministry inside this
Eagle Square, but they're right across.
Yeah.
They're right across.
And the streets have been cordoned off.
No, the traffic control only created diversions.
But it was very hectic. They spent man-hours in traffic.
Yeah, it is trying. Yeah, of course, we'll make sacrifices to get some.
One party's example.
Yeah.
So why haven't you done the same for this presidential primaries? Why right smack in the week?
Well, you know, this is our political party with a ladder. There are levels of decision making. I'm just the chairman of the organizing
committee. I knew you were just going to say that. I don't know how I knew what your response was going to be. I could predict it already.
Yeah, you know, so,
but I know you're also a part of the decision makers.
Yeah, part of.
So what was the thinking?
At a level that probably the level of decision making I belong is not the level this decision was taken. But we have to follow because loyalty to the party, the position is also very important in this business of politics. I think it's a ruling party.
For now, at the moment,
they have better flexibility.
What do you have for your colleague, Senator Lawan? Because I mean, he must have been going through different kinds of emotions the day before he was announced by national chairman, and then they said no, that didn't have the backing of the president, and then he came, he tried to reach out. Who knows what will happen? And he's not even going back to the Senate.
I just want to wait until in the next few minutes or few hours, the result of this outing will be known. Then we will be properly informed to.
What kind of statement do we expect?
Sorry?
What kind of statement?
Congratulate whoever that will emerge, and also congratulate those that couldn't make it. And life continues.
I think that is very instructive. Life continues. I think supporters of politicians should remember that.
Yes,
and not kill themselves over certain things. Because politicians will not do that.
Yes, I try to employ all politicians to adopt the spirit of sportsmanship. You know, that it is, of course, when you go into a context, to win or you will not. So you must also plan on how you can manage either way.
Let me just confirm, you were supporting Senator Ahmed Lawan, weren't you?
Ahmed Lawal is my colleague, is my friend.
Indeed. So I just want to clarify.
Just like other aspirants.
I'm just clarifying that he was your own aspirant of choice.
No, he's not my aspirant of choice because it is not even a factor. What I mean is that he is my friend. And of course...
You are sympathetic to him?
Of course,
to his cause?
Of course, somehow, covertly, overtly, I must give him some kind of support and encouragement. In the same manner, I'll give to other aspirants who are also my friends, but not at the same degree.
So you give more to Senator Lawan?
To the closer ones.
All right, then, His Excellency Hope Uzodinma, Governor of Imo State, thank you very much indeed for your time this morning.
Thank you.
So there you go. That is if at the moment, but just give us a moment. We'll be back. We're still coming to you live from Eagle Square.
Now we have a big task ahead. The substantial convention for the presidential primary. I congratulate all the winners and our newly emerged party flag bearers so far for the 2023 general elections, and urge you to be magnanimous in victory, particularly towards your fellow aspirants who conceded to you. I urge you at all times to abide by the party rules and follow party reconciliation processes. In every competitive event, there are bound to be winners and runners-up. And as such, all the aspirants who lost or conceded at the primaries, I equally urge you to maintain the spirit of sportsmanship and to stand by our great party for the next challenges ahead. We now have to choose a leadership. not just to win elections next year, but to continue and improve on these landmarks. We must choose a knowledgeable, fair-minded nationalist with a very strong belief in the unity of our nation, Nigeria, and strength of character and purpose to steer the country forward. We should not allow the PDP to drag the country backwards. I thank you. May God bless our party.
Welcome back to Sunrise Daily, coming to you live from Eagle Square, where the All Progressive Congress held a special convention to elect the presidential aspirant, the presidential candidate of the party. So now we understand that voting has ended, and they are in the process of beginning sorting of all the ballots, and then they'll begin counting, and of course, that leads to the announcement of the winner. But we don't know yet, because even Governor Hope talked about either the national chairman, who knows, the leadership party or the presidency will be here. So we'll just keep tabs on that. So we're still here taking you through some of what is going on here today, Marco.
Indeed, Chamberlain, I guess this is now the interesting part when we now, sometimes, sorting and counting go on simultaneously. If the sorting goes the same way we saw what happened at the Velodrome, where the PDP did theirs, where, as they were sorting, they were saying it out loudly, calling the name of the aspirant on the ballot. So as they were bringing out the ballot box, they were bringing it out one after the other and counting, saying the name of the aspirant whose name was on the ballot and putting it aside. At that point, people were already doing their arithmetic. As Mr. Fuadoki said, it's arithmetic, it's not mathematics. People were already doing that. I was taking notes. I was making a stroke for every single one of the aspirants whose name I heard. And by the end of that, you already have an idea, even before they count, just how many, who exactly is the leading candidate, or roughly by how many votes he has won. But let us see. I do not know if it's going to be that way. Let us know if maybe a delegate here has an idea of how this is going to go down.
Yep. Mr. Boom, good morning. Good to see you.
Thanks, sir.
You look bright and early. You're not as spent as some of your colleagues.
It's only been some time, and it's good to be back on Sunrise and to channel all channelable items.
Thank you. So, at the moment, well, the projections have been made by different people, but looking through the speech, the way the voting may have gone, what are your expectations?
I imagine that it's going to be too close to call.
Too close to call?
Too close to call.
Amongst when who?
Between the candidates, really, because a lot of swings are going to take place. There are those, here you don't have unattached voters. That those you call neutrals. There are no neutrals here. Almost every delegate here has an owner.
An owner?
Yes. In Nigeria, we have voters or delegates and delegate owners.
Were you a delegate?
I was not a delegate. I'm a statutory delegate who was excluded by the law.
So at the time you were, well, you had an owner?
No, I will own.
You will own?
Yeah, because delegates. I'm a statutory delegate. Therefore, I'm a leader, an opinion leader, a leader of the party in a particular area.
Just for curiosity, what does it take to own delegates?
First, you are electing, before today, you are electing a delegate. So if you canvass for a person to be nominated and then voted for as a delegate, it presupposes that he respects your opinion about who to vote for. Now, you might call that guided democracy. When people pretend that democracy is about choice and all that, there are no choices that are not guided. There are no choices on earth, whether in America or in Britain, whether in Germany or anywhere, that are not guided by opinion, shaped by information available to whoever is going to vote.
But this kind of guidance is not guidance in the true sense of the word. That kind of guidance here means that once you are quote unquote guided, you are expected to comply and not unguide yourself.
No. Please, get this: a delegate will have to make himself available to the opinion that he finds on the floor. For instance, you find 5 aspirants, not ordinary aspirants, former governors, sitting ministers, sitting senators, saying I step down for this. I mean, somebody who pulled out 100 million to buy a form, saying I am stepping down at no cost. Whatever horse trading may have taken place outside of that podium is irrelevant. What you are seeing in front of you is that this big man is stepping down for another man you feel is his equal, contemporaries, and this is stepping down. So how it affects the voter or the delegate is instantaneous, is spontaneous, it is almost involuntary, and the man is going out there to go and say, if these big men have done so, it means their supporters are going to go that way. So why do I waste my vote on the person?
But why is that the case? Because I mean, is there a way that they don't vote in the way he was guided to be voted?
They have no way to know. That is why it's a secret ballot. That is why it is deliberately made secret ballot. It's not to victimize and induce unnecessary and influence voters, or sometimes even cajole or force them.
So how come politicians have implicit confidence that once politicians or delegates have been guided, they will remain guided?
Because over time you have had to deal with these characters, but at all times you must keep a margin of error, so that you absorb the shock, the political shock of a voter or a delegate changing his mind. So if you have 10 delegates that you think are going to vote your way, you should always keep a margin of 2 or 3. 7 is a pass mark. It's an A anywhere. So if you keep that, you must always keep that margin.
So who will be the close runners here?
Say again?
Who will be the close runners?
The close runners in this context, like I said, Ashwaju will stay on top there. Because of what happened, because of the quality of people that stepped down for him. Naturally, we expect people to do it. I'm saying this as an independent observer, as a political actor who has sat
as a delegate owner.
As a former delegate owner, I no longer own delegates.
You no longer own delegates?
Yes, because I didn't participate in this one. I was knocked off. And you will find that a man like the vice president, people like Yaya Bello, people like, who had age and who had good media outing and good contact on ground. If you have people like Akpabio who had to step down, then you will definitely know that you are in for a close run between those who didn't step down. 14 of them didn't step down. Professor Ben Ayade of Cross-River State first did not step down after the speech. And then you have people like Rotimi Amechi, people like the vice president, Yemo Shibanjo. There are people like I said, Yaya Bello. Those people are going to come in shopping for votes where votes were not expected to be gotten.
So, for some of those who stepped down, for instance, Senator Akpabio,
yes,
you know, in his state, you also had Senator Akpabio there, who left the APC and went on to the NMPP because he wanted the governorship ticket. So he's the candidate. He's going to seek that ticket for Akwa Ibom State on the platform of NMPP because APC will not give him that. So
sabi ko mga kaibigan, yung mission na rin ng katulong, ang dami na bibigay sa akin,
so he has some leverage and some delegates. So to what extent can we say Akpabio has got delegates? We'll come to that in a moment. But the images we see here now, you understand this process. The sorting which is about to begin. So haven't seen some of this is happen. Could you tell us what's playing out?